all means are just, but power is measured by the result. Machiavelli.
Block 1. The problem. Has anyone ever accused you of something unjust? Has anyone distorted your intentions? Your immediate instinct is clear. Explain every detail. Justify yourself. Beg them to understand your version. It seems logical. It seems fair. It seems human. But it is precisely there where you surrender your authority. Because when you justify yourself, you accept two dangerous truths. First, that the other person has the authority to judge you. Second, that you need their approval to feel clean. In that instant, you enter an emotional game you didn't start. And the worst part, you're already playing at a disadvantage. Justifying is not just explaining, it is handing your sword to the enemy before the battle. Every word of defense becomes a weapon against you. Every attempt to clear your innocence is a reminder that you accepted the role of the accused. The real poison lies in the habit. We've spent years believing that giving explanations is noble, when in reality it's the most subtle chain of social slavery. Block 2. The trap of justification. When you rush to justify yourself, the message is clear. I'm nervous. I'm trying to prove something. I need you to believe me. And for your attacker, that is like the smell of blood to a predator. Think about how many times you've seen innocent people desperately defending themselves and still being considered guilty. The truth is cruel. Those who defend themselves too much look weak, or like they're hiding something. This is the fundamental mistake. Believing that explanation cleans your image. It doesn't. Justifying only confirms that you accepted the other's judgment as valid. You've placed your fate in the hands of the one who accused you. And the worst, you've shown that their opinion matters too much to you. When you justify yourself, you don't just surrender your power. You put yourself in an invisible tribunal, where the other is judge, jury, and executioner. And even if you are innocent, the trial is already lost, because you accepted to play on their stage. Look at the great leaders, the ones who left a mark on history. None of them wasted energy defending themselves. They understood that in the theater of power, innocence doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is who sets the rules of the narrative. Block 3. The Machiavellian principle. This is what Machiavelli whispered to me.
Power does not depend on truth. It depends on the narrative. Whoever controls the narrative controls perception. Whoever controls perception controls the outcome. That is why the rule is clear, cold, unbreakable. Never justify yourself. When you stop reacting like the majority, something strange happens. You feel a weight lifting, as if escaping an invisible prison you built yourself. Because justifying is a cry for acceptance. But true power does not demand acceptance. It demands silent respect. That is the Machiavellian principle, calculated silence and reversal of the attack. Silence is not the absence of words. It is a declaration of power. Every time you stay quiet in the face of an accusation, you remind the other that their attack has no weight, that their words bounce off an invisible wall. I knew it. Defense weakens, but mystery strengthens. What you don't explain grows in the mind of your adversary, and in that doubt is where your aura of danger is born. Silence is more lethal than 1,000 words.
Block 4. Strategic reversal. The Machiavellian operator grants no defense. He turns every accusation into a mirror. They call you manipulative. You respond calmly. It's curious how people call manipulation what they cannot control. They call you cold. You answer without raising your voice. It's strange how calmness frightens so many. They call you calculating. You reply without flinching. Only those adrift fear calculation. Suddenly the accusation stops being an attack against you and becomes a reflection of the other's weakness. This is the principle. Do not defend. Do not beg. Maintain your unshakable presence, and when necessary, return the blow as a mirror. The result: you become unpredictable, emotionally unreachable. People start to think twice before attacking you, not because you explain yourself well, but because now you seem dangerous. Block 5. Practical examples. At work. You're in a meeting and someone rejects your proposal. I don't think your strategy is well thought out. Most people would justify, defend, lose control. The Machiavellian operator responds calmly. Great observation. How would you do it differently? And while everyone watches, you hand them the marker, the board, the floor. Now the accuser is under pressure. The narrative has shifted hands. In relationships, your partner says, "You don't care about me." The natural instinct is to plead, "Of course I care. Remember when I did this or that." But that only validates the accusation. The Machiavellian approach is different. A calm gaze, a soft tone, and a simple phrase. That's how you feel. Let's talk when the tide has calmed. The drama fades because you didn't feed the emotional fire. On social media, a hostile comment. "You're fake. You just want attention." The normal thing would be a long defensive message. The Machiavellian posts something brief and enigmatic. It's curious how truth angers more than lies. Suddenly, you're no longer on the defensive. Now you control the narrative. Block 6. Final principles. From now on, your behavior must follow 3 principles. First, calculated silence. Not every attack deserves a response. Silence is more unsettling than any argument. Second, brief and neutral replies. When you speak, use phrases that close the conversation, not prolong it. Interesting point of view. That's how you see it. Noted. Third, elegant reversal. If you choose to respond, do it in a way that exposes the other's weakness, without humiliating them. It's strange how confidence irritates so many. This is not coldness or insensitivity. It is rising above the need for validation. You don't try to be liked by everyone. You build an image of emotional stability and unshakable authority. Block 7. The final transformation. When you eliminate the need to justify yourself, the world's perception of you changes completely. You stop being reactive and become strategic. Your enemies feel uncomfortable because they cannot touch you. Your friends respect you more because they know you are solid. And the public, colleagues, partners begin to defend you without you ever asking. This is the power of victory without war. You don't fight, you don't exhaust yourself, you don't justify. You simply exist with such confidence that any attack against you seems small, fragile, desperate. Next time someone tries to provoke you, breathe deeply, stay silent, and remember, I owe you no explanations. I control the narrative, because power does not lie in convincing others. Power lies in never needing to. Never justify yourself. Mystery rules.